Good morning, student. Today we shall see killing a tree. We shall see on killing tree. Look the title, boys. Look at the title. Instead of cutting, the writer has used killing. It has a deeper meaning. Cut means simply cut. If you cut tree, the tree may come back to life. It can be regrown. It can be rejuvenated. It can be regrow up. So, killing means complete destruction of something. Means to ask the person, thing, object to say goodbye to the world. Solid, completely, permanently. To some extent, the poem has an ironical touch. Actually, we should not kill the trees. Actually, we should not root out the trees. Trees is a very great source of oxygen, you know, and that oxygen we get at no amount at all. We get it free, and moreover, there are lot of uses, advantages of tree. It maintains environment. The total rainy season of Asian countries depends on environment, and trees are the very vital, pivotal part of environment. And that's why very ironically the poet asks us to kill tree, and the poet says that killing tree is not a simple job. Killing tree is not a child's play, because tree are very long life, and within the duration of 60 year, 100 year, 150 year, the trees has taken all things from the soil of the earth, and they become very strong. If you temporarily cut the branches or cut the stem of the tree, it will again come back to life. Okay, so the poet suggests that killing of tree is not so easy, is not so simple. Then what we have to do? Actually, we should not. Again, I would underline the idea that should we kill the tree? Should we permanently cut the tree? No, it is very wrong. It will imbalance total environment of the world. But very humorously, the poet suggests that the killing of tree is not so easy one, because if you cut the tree for temporary, it will come back to life again in the form of shooting and rooting up. So, what does the poet say? I will read it to you. I hope that you will definitely enjoy it. You must have observed people cutting down trees. Have you not seen people cutting the tree down? But can they kill a tree? Means, though you have seen people cutting down the tree, they cannot cut the trees permanently. It is easy to do so. Is it easy to do so? Let us read the poem and find out what the poet says on killing a tree. First stanza. There is a list of new word to you on page number 111. For example, sap means sudden rough blow. Leprous hide means discolored bark. Hack means cut roughly by striking heavy blow. Anchoring earth. Anchoring earth. Trees are held tightly, securely with the help of the root in the earth. Nap out means chop out, cut down into 100 pieces. Scorching and choking means drying up. These are the new words given on the page 111. And now read. I will read the first stanza and see if you come across again the new word. We will try to see the meaning of this word, because poem generally has hidden meaning. Come on. It takes much time to kill a tree. Means killing tree is not simple job. It takes lot of time. What takes lot of time? Killing. Killing of tree takes lot of time. It takes much time to kill a tree, not a simple job. Not a simple job of knife. It takes much time to kill a tree, not a simple job of knife will do it. If you take the knife, if you take an axe, you know, and just try to kill tree, you cannot cut down the tree with the blow of an axe or knife. It takes much time to kill a tree, not a simple jab, means blow of a blow that can kill it. It takes much time to kill a tree, not a simple jab. It is not a job, it is jab. Not a simple jab. Jab means blow of knife will do it. Means you cannot cut down the tree with the help of an axe or knife. Neither the blow of an axe nor the blow of knife can cut down the tree. It takes much time to kill a tree, not a simple jab of the knife will do it. It has grown slowly, consuming the earth. Why can't you kill down the tree? Because tree has a very long life, and within the duration of the life, tree has shucked. Tree has taken lot of things from the soil and become very strong. The tree has consumed the earth rising out of the soil, and that's why to kill the tree, to kill down the tree is not a child's play. It is very difficult job. Slowly consuming the earth, rising out of it, feeding upon its crust, absorbing years of sunlight, photosynthesis, you can say, air, water, and out of its leprous hide, sporting leaves. Tree, in fact, is very strong, taking all the necessary thing from the bottom, from the stomach, from the belly of the soil, and it becomes very strong. If you see the inner layer of the tree, it is hardened, it is red, and even the blow of an axe cannot cut it down. And that's why in the very first stanza the poet say that killing a tree, killing down the tree, cutting down the tree is not a so simple job. The jab, the blow of an axe, the blow of a knife cannot kill the tree so easily, and the reason the writer has given, because the tree has taken all the vitamins, all the necessary chemical compound that needed for its growth, and inside and outside it become very, very strong. And that's why killing down the tree is not a child's play. Killing down the tree is not a walk on the cake. It's a very difficult one. Now I will read the stanza first again to you, and then I will try you to bring my home. It takes much time to kill a tree, not a simple jab. It is not a job, it is jab, J-A-B. Jab means blow. Not a simple job of the knife will do it. It has grown slowly, consuming the earth, rising out of it, feeding upon its crust, absorbing years of sunlight, air and water. And out of its leprous hide, sporting the leaves. And now the writer suggests us what? Second stanza. So shack and chop. Shack means blow, chop means cutting. So hack and chop, but this alone won't do. Means blow of the knife, saw, means SAW, saw, curve and kurad cannot cut down the tree so easily. They can't do it. Not so much pain will do it. Neither it can harm the tree. Why? The bleeding bark will heal again, and from those close to the ground will rise coarse green twigs, miniature broad, which if unchecked and expand again to farmer size. Suppose you take the axe, you take the saw and try to cut the tree. But the tree is so strong, outer the soil and inner the soil, it will come back to life again. The more you try to cut the tree, the more the tree will grow up. In this way, you cannot kill the tree, you cannot cut down the tree, because they are very, very deep in the soil and they have taken lot of chemical compounds to make them strong. That's neither your an axe nor your saw can cut down the trees. And now the poet has given you the suggestion how we should kill down the tree. Actually, this is very ironical statement. The poet does not want to kill down the tree. No one on the earth will like to cut down the tree, because they are lungs of the human being. And lungs are important nowadays. You must have understood from this disease that is going on all over the world. It is heckling, it has been disturbing the whole system of the world. Lung is very important. Trees are lungs of tree. And that's why I think that poet humorously, ironically suggests human being, actually he want to say to human being that don't cut down tree. But humorously, ironically he suggests people the method of killing the tree. See here, third stanza. No means neither axe and neither saw cut down the tree. No, the root is to be pulled out of the anchoring earth. It is to be roped, tied and pulled out, napped out, or pulled out entirely out from the earth cave, and the strength of the trees exposed, the source, white, weight, the most sensitive hidden for year inside the earth. This is the cruel suggestion which is being given here by the poet. Now what you have to do? He suggests human being to kill the tree. The suggestion is very clear cut, as clear as the daylight. He advised human being to chain the tree tightly at the root of the tree and take the help of JCB and try to take out the tree from all the roots from the earth, so that it should be exposed to the sunlight and the roots may get brown, the roots may be dried, and once the root of the tree is dried, the tree will be no more. This is cruel advice which is being given to the human being by the poet. but it is humorous, it is very ironically. Actually, nobody wants tree to be completely abolished from the earth. Humorously he said that if you want to kill the tree, kill like this way. What is the way? We should tie the tree, pull out it, nap out, pull out entirely from the bosom of earth, because earth is cave, and shores, white weight, most sensitive hidden part. This part should be exposed to the sunlight, and if you expose the roots of the tree to the sunlight, definitely it will dried, and if the roots are completely dried, the tree will be no more. The tree will definitely die. Last stanza. Then the matter of scorching and choking in sun and air. You should put the tree upside. The root of the tree should be exposed to the heat of the sun, and the heat of the sun will make the root browning, hard, twisting, withering, drying, and then it is done. It is done means, it means killing of the tree will be done. The poet very humorously, ironically suggests human being how to cut down the tree. I will read this poem again to you so that I may bring you my home. See, the poem has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stanzas. It takes much time to kill a tree, not a simple jab of the knife will do it. It has grown slowly, consuming the earth, rising out of it, bleeding upon its crust, absorbing years of sunlight, air and water, and out of it leprous hide, spotting leaves. So hack and chop, but this alone won't do it. Not so much pain will do it. The bleeding bark will heal, and from close to the ground will rise curled green twigs, miniature bough, which if unchecked will expand again to farmer size. No, the root is to be pulled out. The root is to be pulled out of the anchoring earth. It is to be roped and tied and pulled out, snapped out, or pulled out entirely out from the earth cave, and the strength of the tree exposed, the source, the white and wet, the most sensitive hidden for years inside the earth. Then the matter of scorching in sun and air, browning, hardening, twisting, withering, and then it is done. So I hope that you might have understood the poem. Let us find the figure of speech in first stanza. That is climax. The process of growing tree is given. For example, it has taken sunlight, air and water. This is climax. Second stanza, hide and chop. This is tautology. Tautology, because same word goes into the same line. Tautology. Then second, here the bleeding bark will heal. The bleeding bark will heal, and from those close ground it will rise. This is personification. The tree is personified, bark is personified. That's why it is personification. No, the root is to be pulled out of the anchoring earth. This is transferred epithet. It is to be roped, tied. This is climax. Pulled out entirely from out of the cave and strengthened of tree. White and weight, that is alliteration. WW is repeated pleasingly for the sake of sound. The most sensitive hidden for years inside the earth. Then the matter, the scorching and choking, tautology. The sun and air, climax. Browning, hardening, climax. Twisting, weathering, tautology. And then it is done. In this way, we have completed the poem. If you have any supporting poem, I would like to read on tree for you. See, here the poem is given there. Another poem by Voltaire. I think that I shall never see I think, very good poem of course, I think that I shall never see a poem lovely as a tree. The poem, the tree is, the poem, the tree is itself a literature. The tree is itself a poem. No other poetry, no other poems will be as interesting, beautiful, charming as the tree itself. A tree whose hungry mouth is pressed against, oh, what a beautiful imagination. A tree whose hungry mouth is pressed. See, imagine a child is sleeping or taking rest in the lap of mother, and the mother is milking that child. See, mother is earth and child is tree. This is the imagination. A tree whose hungry mouth is pressed against the earth's sweet flowing breast. Total picture put. Trees are just like a child sleeping in the lap of mother, and mother is feeding the tree. A tree that looks at God all day and leaves the leafy arms to pray. A tree that may in summer wear the nest of robin. It means it gives shelter to all, human being as well as animal. Upon those bosoms snow has lain, who intimately lives with rain. Poems are made by fool. Poems are made by fool like me, like poet, but only God can make tree. Again, I will like to repeat the last line. Poems are made by fool like me, but God only can make a tree. No other person can make tree. Trees are only the manifestation, very beautiful creation of Almighty Creator. Thank you. Thank a lot. I hope that you might have understood this poem. I see it.